Hey guys, Neo here, and today we are playing some Mech Warrior Online with my good friends over the Black Star Mercs. Hooked up with them to do some 12-man training drops, and it was a good time. If you haven't checked out Mech Warrior Online, I highly suggest it. It is a, well, mechanized combat simulator, and that's really about the best way to explain it. If you ever heard of an old tabletop game called BattleTech, it falls right in line with that. There was a great Mech Warrior series that came out a long time ago. I used to play Mech Warrior 3 quite a bit. It was great fun. The Mech Warrior 4, I didn't quite like that so much and kind of ignored it. Been waiting for something like this to fill that gap for years, and finally Mech Warrior Online has been released officially. It was in beta for a long time. There's some videos on my channel of us actually playing Mech Warrior Online during the beta, and it was good then. They've added a lot more stuff to the game. You now have some consumables, which is a little strange, but they make sense. You have tanks that you can use to cool your mech down when it's getting too hot and about to shut down. You can call in UAVs, so to set up a surveillance on a specific area, and you have, of course, air strikes, artillery strikes, all kinds of goodies, really. And then they've also added to the let's just call it mech wardrobe, because there is lots and lots of variants of mechs now, so you can spend quite a time getting up to C-bills to buy them all, and of course the hero mechs if you want to buy mechs with the cash shop currency, which is it's a fair pricing scheme if you ask me. Anyway, so here we are. We're just heading out on the map. I'm not familiar with this map because I haven't really played it since this map was introduced, so I'm just kind of wandering around, following the rest of the guys, doing the best I can. There's a guy over to the left kind of shooting at me, and getting a little irritated with that. Can't quite pin down exactly where he's at, which is frustrating.
Highlander with a cheese build.
Well, that's Santa. Expected than 12 versus 12.
Is there somebody on the right?
Someone coming up in D4.
New target acquired.
You hear the guys discussing, of course, tactics,
all the Highlanders have the
just
same build.
calling out targets and positions. That's definitely a good thing to do if you can get into an organized group. To know what everybody's doing is brilliant. Of course, we are on our private TeamSpeak server. There's also NG, who hosts a podcast. I think it's a weekly podcast. I'm not sure. I'll be frank, I really don't listen to it, even though they're pretty cool. I've listened to a couple of them, but I don't follow them. They have their own TeamSpeak server with many rooms, and many clans use it. Freelancers use it. So it's a good checkout. I'll throw up a link in the description field if you want to take a look at their site or podcast, and maybe hit their TeamSpeak server to get a few matches in, because you can always find someone in there to play with.
They're coming through Arch.
New target acquired.
Man, I missed the old Predator vision, but I can understand why they got rid of it. The mode I'm in right now is Heat Vision. The previous look for Heat Vision was, if you've ever seen the movie Predator, it was like rainbow colors, more or less, to assign what was hotter and what wasn't. It was great for long-range sniping, but for people with exceptionally long-range weapons, you could use that, see someone that was outside of your sensor range, so you couldn't even get a lock on them. But if you were a good enough shot, you could take them out from all the way across the map. I used to do that with my Yenlo Wang, which is a Centurion variant. It's a hero mech. I would have used to run a Gauss rifle in it and just sit back on a hill and snipe away Predator vision. It was great. Kind of miss it. It makes it easier to spot targets, but it kind of gives people an unfair advantage. So I can understand why they removed that version of it from the game and went to this more modern day heat vision.
That's 2.
As you can see here,
Left.
things are kind of starting to go downhill for my little Centurion. I'm pretty much dead in water,
Laser destroyed.
but trying to do as much damage as I can before they take me out.
Left torso destroyed.
There's really not much left of me. It's pretty bad.
Left arm destroyed. BPC destroyed.
Don't worry.
Hotel.
We'll get some footage
Destroyed.
from inside the other mechs here as soon as I bite the big one. Man, my mechanics love me. They get a never-ending flow of C-bills from me for repairs. Joking, of course.
Right behind you, Blade.
Pretty much when that Centurion dropped down there, I knew I was dead in water. Because he looked like he was in pretty good shape. And, yeah, as you saw my damage readout, I really wasn't.
Center torso critical damage. Left torso critical.
If you haven't seen this game before, as you see me kind of panning through different players viewing them, you'll notice the cockpits look slightly different. That's because each mech has its own cockpit design. Some of them are kind of similar, where most of them are different depending on which frame you have. I'm just going to say frame because there's different variants of each mech. So all the variants will share the same cockpit layout, but it's different from mech to mech. As you can see, that Centurion can take quite a licking and keep on moving. We refer to those things as zombie mechs because they just don't die. Pretty much the objective of this game, again, if you haven't seen this game, the game mode we're in is either capture the enemy base by going to it and standing on it, or kill everyone standing. Be the last team standing.
Oh, not fine.
Good kill, Saul. It's a good kill.
Of course, we had one disconnect at the beginning of the game. One of our teammates crashed, and it wouldn't let him back into the match. He couldn't get back in time. But the opposing team, I believe, they also had a disconnect, and so it still ended up being a even fight, 11 versus 11. But it was pretty harrowing because it got down to well, you'll see here in a minute. It got down to just one of us. Actually, it's down to one of us right now. And there was 3 of them left at the time. Or, well, 2 of them, not counting their disconnect. So it was kind of looking bad. I was clenching my teeth pretty good.
Nice build too. That looks devastating. Don't overheat yourself.
This is a pretty good spider pilot too. He does a good job of really harassing.
They're running you.
Oh, there is 2 left. I forgot about the Jenner over there.
Watch the heat.
I think it was Jenner. Yeah, there it is. Now the video is going to cut out here in just a moment, unfortunately. Not sure quite what happened, but we ended up winning the match. The final fight was pretty good.
Use that LD. Use that LD.
Hey, thanks for checking out my video. If you liked what you saw, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and be sure to check out my other videos. Stay tuned for more game footage, and until next time, this is Neo, and I'll see you in game.